I'm here, and I'm on time! Wahoo! For once, it's 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome everybody to live stream number 75. Super excited to be here. Let's see who's joining us. Who's first and foremost? Limelight. Thank you, sir. We have Lyle here. We have, Barry is here. He made it. Wow, Matthew's here. Been having a little back and forth with Matthew. I didn't know he was going to make it today, but I'm really happy to see him here. We have Mike here. For once, I'm on time. You know, Mike, for once, I'm on time. Radios! Well, you're not going to get to see your pics today, Radios, but I do have all of your film. I haven't processed it yet. That'll be done this week. So you're in the good. I just don't have it done yet. Bonnie's here. Yeah, 1 minute early. Oh, that's loud. Hey, let me tell you guys really quick. My wife is coming home. She's got my 2 daughters. And then when she gets here, I'm just warning you guys ahead of time. My little dog, we have a Chihuahua, is going to go bananas when he hears her come to the door. So when you hear a bunch of barking, more than likely, that's just because my wife is coming home. All right, let's see what's going on. We have a fun show today. I'm not even kidding. Let's see what's going on. Sprocket's here. Woohoo! Good afternoon. Yeah. Eric is here. Hey, Eric, there's 4 people out of the 17 on my list that I'm not positive. You probably already told me. I know Steven at New World Film did not get his film yet. But Eric, did you get your film yet? I spelled your name wrong. I put an E in there. I don't know why I put Mathiasen, but it's Matheson. Eric, did you get your film yet? Hey, Retro's here. How are you? Hi, hello again. Hello again. So here's the people that I'm not 100% sure. Matthew, did you get yours? I was going to just email you, but you're here. So I don't know if Matthew got his. You may have told me. Sprocket, you probably told me. Did you get yours? I know Steven did not get his. And Eric, okay. All right, let me scroll because you probably already told me. Hit that like button and then become a member. Yes, thank you, Mike. Look at, you're all yellow now. That means you're in your 2nd month of membership. Thank you so much to all my members. I know I mention it every week. I don't know if I mentioned my my newest member, Mark, at Mark's Photo. I may have mentioned it last week, but thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. Let's see, Lyle, I just got my roll Monday. I'm almost fully shot. Awesome. Also, won that IMO that I talked about last week. Ended up at $170. That's a really good price for a 35mm movie camera, Bonnie. Really good price. Excited to see your pics. Yeah, and I have a Game Boy Color still, Matthew. I love my Game Boy. And my favorite game? Joust. I used to play it on the stand-up. You got to keep hitting it to keep their wings flapping. Let's see. Woohoo! Hey, you're doing laundry. That's all right. We have to do our stuff, Jeffrey. Hello, all. Beware of a seller. Oh, I missed it. That's Jim Cahill. Beware of a seller on the Boyu page selling a 5008S. Yeah, it is a scam. Jim Cahill and I have been chatting back and forth on Messenger. What a scam. I hate scammers. Oh, I hate scammers. Trying to steal money from people. There's Mark. Hey, hola. Radio's got 1 camera this week. A late 90s Samsung with an unused roll of Kodak. Nice. Eric, you got yours. Woohoo! Awesome. Awesome. I can check you off. Jeffrey Feingold is here. Hello, Jeffrey. My film will probably arrive Monday or Tuesday. Okay, so Sprocket's still waiting. I know Steven at New World Film is still waiting, but we're sorting that out. I found, and he's in the States, not far from me. But it got, if you send something from Florida to Georgia, that's not where he's at. But if you do, it's got to go to California first, then Montana, then Maine, and then over here to Texas, and then to Georgia. Bonnie says, and I developed that roll of Plus X that I pushed to 400 ISO. Worked perfectly. Oh, nice. At 30 wines in the Morse tank. Oh, good. 30 wines. I need to remember that. And the Morse tank at 950 milliliters water, 50 milliliters foam. That is great to hear, Bonnie. Matthew, I got my film. Did I? Yeah, oh, you got yours. Okay. No rush. No rush. You got plenty of time. Got my film just loaded up Friday. Haven't had a chance to shoot. No. Whatever. Whenever. We got 2 people's films. This is not them. This was mine from our practice. But we have 2 people's Tri-X that we're going to see today. We also have a special presentation that I want to show you that I'm excited about. Let me see. Hey, Anthony's here. Hey, Anthony. Let's see. I shot my roll. Jeffrey says, I shot my roll of 120 film. I changed the camera. I never had such a bad case of film sweat. I think I managed 9 out of 12. Had a headache with seeing the numbers in the camera. That's okay, Jeffrey. One of the people we're showing today has 3 photos. And I'll tell you why. And it's common. You want to bracket sometimes when you're shooting film that you're not sure how to expose it. And he used the 220 film. And unbeknownst to me, I thought all of it was 400 ISO, but unbeknownst to me, his was 320. So he wasn't 100% sure how to shoot it, so he bracketed it, and he took the best of each of the shots. So we have 3 of those for you today. But as a special bonus, he also shot the same shots, with another camera and a different type of film, so we can compare a little bit. That'll be fun. And then we have Mark at Mark's Photo. We have 12 photos from his roll of 120 Tri-X from 1987 that you're going to see. And I'm excited to show you guys. And we have a surprise film to show you as well. Movie. Jeffrey says his film is at the lab. Yes! Angus is here. My 120 roll is on the way to the darkroom lab for processing and scanning. I think I have you. Yep, you're good. Awesome, Angus. Hey, Russell's here. Yo, Russell. I did it. Russell Cleve and I were chatting on Messenger a little bit today. Russell shot his film with a Bronica medium format camera. And I like the look of the Bronica. I like what it's about. I'm in the market for a 120 camera. I looked at the Pentax, all the 645s, the Pentax, the Mamiya, and the Bronica. And Russell, I settled on the Bronica. I bought one today. Yes. I bought a Bronica. It's got a 120 back on it. Russell was showing me some pictures and whatnot of his, some photos that he shot with his. So anyway, moving on. Eric, tomorrow, first sunny day in weeks, we'll try to get out. Oh, right. Shoot it tomorrow. Perfect, Eric. No hurry, guys. Don't rush it. Do it when you can, within the next month or 2, but do it when you can. We do have a lot of rolls to get through. And I also want to mention, it worked out really good for Mark. When you shoot your film, obviously you're not going to want to snail mail it to me. And by the way, the film is yours. It's yours to keep. Do whatever you want with it. I'm only borrowing it, the images temporarily to show everyone else. That was the intention of the project. But the film is yours, so keep it. It was very simple to do, but I can create a folder on Google Drive in your name, and then just you and I will share that folder. You upload your photos to that folder. I will download them onto my drive, show them on a live stream. We'll delete the folder. The photos are yours to do what you like with. Lyle says, Ready Player One book is what I think of for Joust. Ready Player One book. I don't know that, Lyle, but I know Joust was so much fun. You had to bonk them on the top of the head. It was an action-packed game, and I have it for my Game Boy Color. Sorry to hear that. Had to skip a frame because I accidentally left the shutter open for a medium format's a weird beast. See, I have this camera as well. This is my Rolleiflex, and one of the films that you're going to see today was shot on a Rolleiflex or Rolleicord, whatever. This is mine, but mine needs a bit of work. I need to clean the lenses real good. It does need 4 screws to hold this down because this just comes right out right now. The whole piece just pops out. I did buy a brand new mirror for it. I put a new mirror in it down there. It does need these stops to keep the mirror from moving around in there. I got it really cheap. It was with a whole bunch of other stuff that I got a long time ago. It came with 2 Bolex, Bolex H16 and a Bolex H8. And then a whole bunch of Bolex accessories. And I don't know why that's not going back down in there. It's getting stuck on something. Anyway, I will get this fixed eventually, and I want to play with that in lieu of my Ciroflex that scratches the film really bad. Radios. Shamalama ding dong. Woo. Let's see. Oh, I'm way behind. Whoa. I'm on Shamalama ding dong. I shot the film with a 1948 Spartus faux TRL camera. The Holga only had the 16 frame insert, so I changed the camera. No issues with that. That's a great... email me whenever when you guys get your photos done. I want to know what you guys shot them on as well, and if you had it lab processed and scanned, let me know, because I like sharing that information. We're the film gurus. We're the ones who love film talk, so it's nice to share that information, and I'm going to share that information with you today with what I have today. So that's really good information, Jeffrey. It's going to be interesting to see what you get out of that camera from 1948. Hey, Jack, how are you, buddy? Also good since I have 2 other rolls that I got in the same pack of Plus X. Nice, Bonnie. Do I need to develop the try, or do you want to? That is totally up to you, Mike. The offer is there. So far, everybody has wanted to do it on their own, and I'm totally good with that. Believe me when I tell you that. It does help me a little. It saves time. But I have no qualms. I got Andrew. Sorry, Andrew. I gave him your first name. I got... You don't know his last name. I did get Radios, Andrew's film. He sent me his to process, which I will do gladly. But I don't have anybody else's. So it's up to you, Mike. Super City 100 is here. That's 15 wines times 2 back and forth. Probably, I think, Jeffrey, I think that's probably what she means. I consider that what I call, my goofy term, a cycle. I call it a cycle. One cycle for me is once, twice. That's a cycle, back and then forth. On the Morse, we're talking about the Morse tank. All the way across, that's half a cycle. Go all the way back, that's one full cycle. I do typically 14, or wait, you know what, I might be wrong. It's been a while since I used it. Maybe my cycle is only one way across. I don't remember. I usually do 14. So I guess that would be, I don't know. I got my notes written down. I don't know if I call a cycle back and forth or just once. Irrelevant. But Bonnie can tell you. I think Bonnie's 30 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, Mike Rook is here. Mike Rook, we're going to see his photos here shortly. Mike, we were just talking about you. I have them all queued up, ready to go. I'll have to mail mine to Dwayne's if I need to get them finished. Mike, I'll do them. I have absolutely no problem doing them. Please send them to me. If you don't have a lab close or somebody that you trust, or you don't do them yourself, I have no problem doing them. Just know that it's a home processed and home scanned. I do the best I can. That's what I'm trying to say. The Samsung has that rubber coating that is... Oh, I hate that. Radios. It gets gooey. Bronica, woohoo! Anthony says he has a Bronica ETRS. Good choice. Yeah, I'm really excited about seeing this thing. I think I got a pretty good deal. It has a 75mm f2.8 lens with it. That's in good shape. 120 film gate is square. Well, yes. Kind of. Yeah, it is. Anyone ever shot with the Kiev 88? No, but I've seen photos by it. And somebody was just telling me. Who was just telling me that... Shoot. I get a lot of emails, guys, and I'm really sorry. But I had my regulars that email me. But we were just talking about their favorite photographer. and I believe uses one of those Russian cameras. Yes, it is. Yes, thank you, Sprocket. 120 is 6 by 4, 5, 6 by 6, 6 by 7, 6 by 9. Right. Insert other odd frame size here. Yeah, it depends on whatever your mat, I guess, what you call it. Can have different gate size. Thank you. That's kind of why I was saying kind of. Yeah. Oh. Hey, there's Jim from Greece. Finally, the shaken earthquake Greece. Anthony says ETRS is 645. Very good. 6 by 4.5. And you will cue the dog. Remember, I warned you. Don't say I didn't warn you. Hello.
Hi, sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're fine. I already warned him the dog was going to bark. She only barked once, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Family is here.
Family is here.
Family is here. Angus says radio's rubbing alcohol and a lot of elbow grease can remove the sticky rubber along with any ink or labels. I use alcohol medical wipes. Good advice. I think I have used that. I mean, people have talked about using powder and whatnot to sort of take the sticky away, but then you're stuck with powder all over it. No. Lots of Veronicas being used with this Tri-X project. Well, I'm hoping that this one works, and it works out for me. We'll see, because I plan on using it. Jeffrey Feingold says, Veronica, I bought a 1950 Super Iconta. I reckon you couldn't tell the difference, and you can't put a Veronica in your pocket. You know what? I've seen those, Jeffrey. And they almost kind of look like 35mm cameras, do they not? They're really, really, really cool looking. In fact, did you tell me about that already? I think you did. Because I looked at it after you told me, or somebody told me. And they were really, really cool. And they're rangefinders, if I'm not mistaken. Am I correct? I have about 5 classic Game Boys. Yes! 2 of them working perfectly, as well as a Game Boy Color and an advanced, mostly playing Tetris and Pokemon. I love retro gaming systems. I have currently hooked up to my TV. I have the NES system, the original. I have the PS2, PS3, and PS4. I haven't opted for the PS5 yet. But also not hooked up, I have the Sega Genesis, Sega GameCube, the Nintendo 64, and a couple others. I can't remember. I have a lot of retro gaming systems, but I hardly ever play. That's true, Jeffrey. Taking the Veronica out is always great fun, but heavy. Yeah, they're not light. I know that. Can't forget that classic 6 by 24 format with 3 exposures per roll. Ooh, you got to have a tripod for that, right? Or a really wide lens. I'd love to try out wide 120. I have the Holga wide pinhole that does 6 by 12, but I want even wider. That would be awesome. I use a Epson flatbed scanner, the V600. I don't know how long it is for scanning. I don't know. I guess maybe you'd have to cut it in half if it was too wide. I need to find some expired 108 type Polaroid film because I have a Polaroid back for my Veronica. I really want to see how this works. That would be really cool. But in reverse of that, how about the Polaroid 110? The Polaroid 110 modified for 4x5 sheet film. That's what we got from Mike Rook today with his roll of Tri-X. Well, that's what he shot concurrently with his Tri-X. He used, I'll get to that in just a second. Jim says, I've decided to use that little Olympus 35. Thought it was 120. When I get lemons, you make lemonade, Jim. You got that right, brother. My 120 roll was shot in a Ryko Diacorde G TLR similar to the Rollies. Yes, I like that camera too. You and I talked about that, Angus, and I actually looked it up, and it looks really cool. Filmboy24, you need to make a video on how to process and scan Super 8 film. In the works, Jim. In the works. Problem is there's so many different Super 8 films, and every one is a little bit different process. So it would be more like 6 or 8 videos, but that's going to be fun, and that is in the works. Yeah, Mike, send it to me if you'd rather. I have no problem with that. 6 by 12. Thingiverse. Oh, you could print it. Jeez. Hey, Manny, how are you, my friend? Thank you for popping in. It's always good seeing Manny. Rich is here. Hey, buddy. Hello, Mike. You need to set up a format type window on the side of your garage for us to drop our 1 hour photo at Mike's house. Bark, bark, bark. You guys heard her bark, right? Yo, Barry. Oh, man. I'm so far behind, guys. Pup sounds like a beast. They think our dog sounds like a beast. It's funny because my wife wants to get one of those collars. She'd like to find a collar that has a voice changer for my little tiny 5-pound dog that makes it sound like a big vicious German shepherd. Wouldn't that be cool? I had a list of 12 shots I wanted to take. What's that?
She's not real intimidating.
No, not intimidating at all. Oh, there's Eric. Hey, Eric says, was in Malaga, Spain last week. Things about you guys in Greece. Thinking about you guys in Greece. Hope all is well. Yeah, Jim, seriously, I hope you're good there in Greece. All right, Jeffrey says, I had a list of 12 shots I wanted to take. When I shot my first picture, I had to decide if I should wind to the next frame or not until I go to the next location. This was a bad idea because then you forget, right? That is not a I don't think that's an uncommon problem at all. When the TLR, you just never know if you shot it or not. And I've done a couple of double exposures. 3D printing is beyond my brain. Yeah, mine too. My buddy Jeffrey Overby, he 3D prints, but I think he just does it for fun. But he did the one that did that down here. The large 100-foot tank spiral for me. Matthew says he started with the NES, but my favorite system ever is the GameCube. I have a GameCube. I just haven't really messed with it too much, Matthew. Thanks. There is volcanoes, matters. They're in the same place. Jeez. Stay safe, Jim. That would be awesome, Rich. Yeah, drop it off. Someone should make a 6 by 36. Can you imagine blowing one of those up? What is that ratio? 6 to 1? Wow. So if you had 10-inch by 60, 5-foot wide print. It would be beautiful though. Jeffrey says, I keep forgetting if I advance the film so afraid. Yeah, I know. It's a common problem. GameCube and N64 are both hooked up here. I prefer the look of GameCube, but play the N64 games. N64, I played the daylights out of Mario Kart. I loved it. I need to get it again because I ended up getting rid of it, but I want to get it again. And me and Piper, I think Piper would love playing that. On one of the Super 8, the new manufactured 10-foot per minute processor based on the Russian design by the gentleman you were talking about. What? What? On one of the Super 8 sites, a couple got a new manufactured 10-foot per minute processor based on the Russian design by the... Barry, can you send me a link to that? I've tried desperately to get a hold of that guy, Victor, but he doesn't respond to my emails. I would love to see that. Oh, let's see. Ali Rog is here. Hey, Ali Rog. Yes. Rangefinder. There's Barry. Okay. I got to look at that. Yes. F3.5 to 22, 1 to 500 second, rangefinder, and an anti-double exposure. You read the exposure from a counter like a 35 millimeter, not through the red window. Yeah, those are cool looking cameras, Jeffrey. I might have to put one of those on my list too. But I gotta, you know, my wife let me get this one, so let's work through this one first. Yep, Centauri Thera went kaboom a long time ago. Hopefully not again. I hope not. Rich says, still have my prints and negatives for my 126 and 110 camera from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Hang on to those, Rich. My biggest struggle with wind on medium format with no double exposure prevention is when to wino. I know. I mean, I guess the right thing to do is wind after you take the picture. Just so there's no right thing, but just so there's no, you can't accidentally like, you know, double expose. But then you may miss a frame because you wind it again later. I don't know. Plus, I guess if you wind it right after the picture, there's no chance of light leak getting in and hitting that as you're moving around and whatnot. But I don't know. I don't know what the answer is or if there's a right or wrong way. I guess there's no wrong answer till it's wrong. Have a 9.5 movie camera on order. Got it. You know, I don't have any, Angus. I don't have any film. I never have messed with 9.5 millimeter. It's really cool, interesting. One sprocket hole right in the middle. It's a very interesting format. Right there in somewhere in between 8 millimeter and 16 millimeter, kind of. But no, I don't have any film, and I've never messed with it. Abel is here, late, but you are here. Thank you for being here. You're not a game person, Radios. I got you. Not everybody is. I'm not like overly, but when I play, I like playing retro. 3D seems overwhelming at first, but it gets easier as you go. It's a lot like processing film. Yes, yes, I agree. It's like a lot of things. I used to have a CNC machine. You know, cuts out, you know, shapes. It was crazy trying to learn it. But when you do and you learn G codes and all that stuff, I haven't done it in years, by the way. So I'd have to start over again, but it got pretty easy after a while. Bonnie has an NES, a Wii. Oh, we have a Wii hooked up to the TV too. Wii U, Nintendo Switch, and one of those mini NES that Nintendo made a few years ago with all the games in it already. Yeah. Donkey Kong, that's a good one. Why didn't I guess that with your screen name being Gorilla? Donkey Kong is a gorilla.
This one's $25.
Donkey Kong. You're not in the minority. A lot of people don't game. Atari 2600, have that as well. And I have a ton of Atari games. I played Pinball Construction Set with my Apple II. I have two Apple IICs currently. Way back in 1979. My first computer was a Texas Instruments 99-4A, TI 99-4A. It had the little slot on the side. You kind of jam the cartridge into it and hook it up to your TV. You could save things on a cassette. What? Piper. So you know the Campro 9.5mm cameras. Oh, you have a couple of them, Jim. I've never heard of those. I know Pathé, that's about it as far as 9.5. Radios, you have a TI 99-4A. Woohoo! I loved that little system. I had one fairly recently too, but I got rid of it. The VIC 20. There's Steven. Slightly late. That's all right. That's all right. Slightly late is better than never. Yeah, it's a cool looking camera, Jim. And it's reasonably priced. And Ryko made good stuff. A 400-foot version would be good, Bonnie. I just don't know if it would take too long. I don't know if it'd take too long to get from one side to the other. And I mean, it would just take forever. And I actually think there was a 400-foot version that was automated, but or similar. I think so. Yeah, it was automated, but they're very difficult to find. Fun if we took a photo of the camera we use as well as the information. That would be very cool. And in some cases, if you guys want to do a selfie in a mirror or in a store window or something, please do. Alright, so I'm never going to catch up. So what I want to do is, since we're already almost halfway through the stream, and I have some things I want to show you guys that I'm super excited about. Just found a downloaded 6x18 camera on Thingiverse. Ooh. Oh, found and downloaded. Alright, so here's what I want to do, guys. Did you ever play Mercenary on the C64 area? No, I have not, Mike. Alright, so listen, there's a couple things I want to get to. I have a fun little film I want to show you guys. I'll show it in between two Tri-X films. So the first thing we're going to look at is we know who he is because he's on here. It's Mike Rook. Okay, so Mike, I sent a roll of Tri-X 220 film. This is 120. He shot 220. Mike is in Finland. Okay, so we got 3 images. Well, we have 6, but we have 3 images from his Tri-X. He used a Fuji GW690. I am not familiar with that camera, but it sounds cool. We also have 3 concurrent, is that the right word? Yeah. He shot them kind of like right after with his modified Polaroid 110A. Modified to accept 4x5 sheet film, which is really cool. So I'm going to show you first the 3 images because he bracketed, so he took the best of each 3 because it was ISO 300 and had a weird expiration, so we're not real sure. So we're going to take a look at these 3 images, and then before I come back, I'm going to show you the other 3 that are on FOMA Ortho 400 sheet film. FOMA Ortho 400 sheet film. That was with the Polaroid camera. And then we'll go back and forth between the same shots, and you can see the difference. Alright, so I'm going to move the chat. I'm sorry, I will probably miss a couple of chats. Apologize. That's alright, Limelight. You're back. Fancy Fuji. Alright, so I don't know how this is going to... I think it's just going to start when I click it. So this is Mike Rook in Finland. Boom. Now I have him set up so I can do these manually for his because he's got 3 here. That's the Tri-X. That was with the Fuji. This picture just, I'm telling you, and I told him too, this picture is wicked. I know it's a simple landscape, but I love dead trees, and I love them in black and white. And there's photo number 3. Photo 3. Okay, so with that, let's go back. There's photo 1. There is photo 1. Now we're going to show you photo 1, same photo, with his 4x5 sheet film. That's that. Ooh. Okay, let's take a look at his photo 2 again with Tri-X. And now let's show you, here it is, in sheet film. And lastly, let's show you the 3rd one. Here it is. Whoop. Here it is. Here it is. I promise it's coming. Sheet film. Really cool. Really cool. Mike, I'm impressed. Yeah, that was really nice. You know what? I gotta look at this photo again. There's something. That photo is just really cool. And I did get your email. Thank you. You sent me the uncut one. Now, I will tell you guys, when you send your photos, however you send them is fine. I sometimes will barely crop them just a little. If I see a black border or, you know, anything, I mean, I don't take any of the photo away. I just go right to the edges again just to recrop. That's it. Yeah, contest. Those are just gorgeous photos. So we're gonna look at Mike Rook and click him right here. Mike Rook. Completed. Don't even try, Mike. This Mike. Very well done, Mike. I'm very impressed. Color me impressed. Nice pics, yeah. Yes. Great eye for landscapes. Very nice. Woohoo! Can't wait for mine next week. Radios, yours should be up next week. Mike, do you know that opticians said that there is not black and white image, but scales of gray? That is correct, Jim. I did know that. They look lovely, not getting away from the quality of 5.4, 5x4. It's beautiful, I know. Thank you, Mike, for sending those. Some Working Revere, 16 Magazine, 16S. Limelight says he has a few fun subjects. Looking forward to showing them off. Showing them off. Yes, it is. Of course, Mike. Thanks for doing it. Yeah, Mike, you should. You should at least, well, that's just, everything is subjective. You should print that one and frame it. Yeah, the river. I'm not kidding. You could probably even sell them for a few bucks. I'll have to try to find it again. They're here. Okay, so we have a little special treat. This is going to be fun. So, we all know who Mr. Sprocket is. Mr. Sprocket. Sprocket, raise your hand. We know who Sprocket is. He is the king of the perforations. Well, as you know, he occasionally he'll shoot me a text or a message on here, and then I'll show you his Franken scanner, a little quick scanner. Oh, the camera that was used. I told you, right? Did I tell you? What was the camera used? Oh, so he used a Fuji GW690, Mike Rook did, for the Tri-X, and he used a modified Polaroid 110A for the sheet film, the 4x5 sheet film. Yes. Hey, Entity's here. Should try seeing if a infrared film might be something unique to showcase. Entity just took a roll of 16mm infrared film out of my closet yesterday. I've been experimenting with it. I shot some 5 or 6 years ago, but I didn't use a filter and just shot it as black and white, and it came out okay. I would love to try to get some infrared images, to get some of that landscape, some of the really bright whites. That would be fun. So back to Sprocket. So you guys I've shown you a few times pictures that he sent of Franken scanner. Franken scanner. Do I have a picture of Franken scanner on here? I think I probably do. Did I put it on? I'm afraid to click this because I don't want the film to start. Oh, it won't. All right, so there it is. You guys remember this. This is an 8mm DSLR scanner that Sprocket made, right? He made some improvements to it, and he was scanning it sort of right at the frame line, and then he made some improvements. So you see the old scan on the right, and the new scan kind of overscan, so you can better stabilize the film and whatnot. So just to get you up to speed. So he emailed me a couple days ago, and he said, I got my short film done. So if this is not inspiration to everybody out there that says they can't do it, or it's impossible, too expensive, it's impossible, I'm not able to scan, I can't do this, I can't do that. Let me tell you something. You guys are going to like what he did with this. He made a film, he made a little 2-minute movie with, what film did you use? He told me. He uses Bolex P1, very simple Bolex pistol grip, really cool looking laser gun looking camera, right? Bolex P1 8mm camera. Hold on. He recorded audio with his Zoom H1, a Rode Video Mic Pro. Simple, right? He used 3 LED light panels and 2 rolls of Orwo UN54 AA film. And he made a little movie. He processed it himself in the UPB-1A, the tank I use all the time. Used Rodinol for 9 minutes. Processed his film. He scanned it with Franken scanner, one at a time, right? It's a labor of love. With his Canon 5D Mark II, right? JPEG format. Exported everything. Put everything, I believe, Final Cut Pro. stabilized, put it all together, dressed it up, added his audio, and we got a really cool film. The titles, just so you guys know, the titles and credits, correct me if I'm wrong, if I missed something, Sprocket, cut out letters, cut them out, and then blasted an LED light behind the cardboard, blew out a couple candles, and let the smoke from the candles give us that fog effect, and filmed that. If you don't get inspired by this film, you're not a film lover. Sorry. I'm calling you out ahead of time. It is a very old school scanner. It's sort of the guy did. We're filming an old silent 35mm shot on his. Hey, Travis is here. Better late than never. Unfortunately, definitely. Okay, so now that we're 42 minutes in, we are going to see. He made this movie, and we're going to call it what he called it. The movie is titled Explore. Okay, let's appreciate the movie Explore. Somebody want to hit the lights? You didn't miss anything. Oh, you missed some photos, Travis. I'll show them again really quick. But I'm going to show this film. This was done by Sprocket, Travis. 8mm, scanned at home, developed at home, stabilized at home, edited at home. If you guys, okay, that's all I'm going to say. Here's Explore.
Are you a ghost?
I don't know. How about you?
I don't know. I'm just exploring.
So am I.
Do you have any unresolved issues?
What do you mean?
I don't know. For me, I've always wondered if there was an afterlife.
So if I am the ghost, it means that your issues are already resolved.
Right. Right.
What was that?
I mean, if you can't appreciate that, this is something that was done in-house. Everything is in-house. And I even could say it'll only get better, but I don't know it needs to get any better. This is what we're talking about, people. You guys know it. I mean, this is what we were here for, right? This was all done. Think about it. It's all done with 2 rolls of film. And a Frankenscanner, just some pieces put together. So well done. I can't wait. I cannot wait to see what you come up with next, Sprocket. Very well done, my friend. Very, very well done. And I'm proud to be able to show it. So there's no excuses, people. No excuses. Maybe one day Sprocket will break down how he did his little scanner. If somebody's interested, maybe we can sort of see how he's doing it, because what he did was really cool. Really cool. Let's see what I missed. Did the audio come out okay, guys? I had turned off my mic, the camera's audio, but hopefully the audio came through on the film. Well, I see Lyle just said audio design was good. So good. Yeah, the audio. And he had some things he told me about. He was doing washing up some dishes, and there was something hitting, right? The drops were hitting, and he started using that. And I don't know. It's amazing. It's amazing what you can do if you just do it. I don't know. Do you have a channel, Sprocket? I don't think he does. But I could be wrong. There are 3 basic types of people: the wills, the won'ts, and the can'ts. The wills accomplish everything, the won'ts oppose everything, and the can'ts won't try anything. He is definitely a wills. You are right about that, Jeffrey. Russell says, this is totally inspiring. It is. I even wrote down, if you're not inspired by that, there's something definitely wrong with you. So, oh, come on, Mike. There's always... there is always a reason not to do it. I don't know. I don't think Sprocket has a YouTube channel. I don't know. You've turned green with envy, Jeffrey. I'm kind of scrolling back up because I know I missed some stuff, but man, that was fun. We got some more Tri-X to look at here in just a second. Is Mark here? I know Mark's here, right? Mark said something to me, I thought. Mark, are you here? Mark's photo? Travis, so here, Travis is here. Good job, Sprocket. Travis, let me show you really quick. Guys, this will only take a second, but I want to show, I just want to make sure everybody gets a chance to see what we have here. Travis, this was, well, here's the first one. This was some Tri-X photos shot by Mike Rook. This is what he shot. He is in Finland. This was that medium format film that I sent out. Come on, now click. There we go. He did 3 photos. And then he did 3 more, same shot, different camera, with sheet film. 1, a 2, a 3. Oh, you're here, Mark. Okay, good. Oh, come on, 3. There it is. So in a very quick comparison, that photo is the same. That's 4x5 sheet film. There it is in Tri-X. And then his first shot here is the same shot as that one. And then shot 3, that's the Tri-X. Here's the 4x5, the Ortho 400, FOMA Ortho 400. So same shot. I just want to make sure Travis got to see that. So, okay, Mark is here. Yes, I remember now, I promise. Mark is here, Mark is here. Let me move this window back over here. Turn that off. Okay, I'm not a tech savvy guy. I'm not really good at this software and doing my best here, but so congratulations once again to Sprocket. You did a fantastic job. If you ever do get a YouTube page and you post that, please let me know so that we can bring people to it. We're here now. We are gathered here now to show some more Tri-X. Super Cine, I love the whole thing. The title reminds me of the Thing titles, I know. Just ingenuity. It just goes to show you don't have to follow the rules. The rules. Do it the way you want to do it. I'm still a little bit in awe. I mean, it had to have taken a long time to scan all those pictures, but it was so worth it. Jeffrey. Oh, boy. Nice. I don't miss that cold weather, though. Jeffrey. Number 2 pencil. Okay. Mark is here. So here's what we have on Mark. Mark at Mark's Photo. This is Northwest Ohio. Mark was sent a roll of 120 film, just like a lot of you were. This film expired in 6 of 1987. And we all know the best way to shoot that film now is at ISO 100. 2 stops over. Because it's a 400 speed film and it's old. Yeah, Mike, I know. That might be our next project. After we're done with the Tri-X medium format, maybe we get back into the horror sci-fi small format festival. I think that might be what we're going to do. I might honestly try to build a 35mm scanner for 4 perf 35mm film. Do it, Bonnie, because I want to see how you do it. Okay, so back to Mark. Northwest Ohio, he used a Rolleiflex 2.8C, developed it in, and I'm not positive what this is, Mark. I've not heard of it. FA 1027 developer. Don't know what that is. And scanned on an Epson flatbed. Probably similar to the one I have, I'm guessing. I have the V600. Imagine getting some Kodak Aerochrome in color infrared and showing how alien colors can get using that. That would be really wild. You're in for some more snow, Steven. I do have a channel not really putting stuff often, but the film is on there. Well, so you can just click his name, and it should pull his channel up. Yes, thanks, Rocket. Totally down for the horror sci-fi thing. Yeah, we're going to limit it to like 5 minutes per film. Ooh, horror sci-fi fest. Yeah. Yeah, we talked about it about a year and a half ago, and we were getting rolling on it, and then just lots and lots of things started happening with me, and we just kind of put it on the back burner, but I want to bring it back to the forefront. Sprocket, is it under your name? King of the Perforations. Yeah, that's his channel. Oh God, please, Mike, I want to make a horror. Would small format be Super 8 or 16? I'd have to buy a camera to do either. It would be 8 or Super 8. That was our initial discussion. 8 or Super 8. And unfortunately, I would not be providing the film for this one. This would be just a very simple, on your own, probably no more than 2 cartridges. You know, we don't want it to cost a lot of money for people. Fun little horror film fest. But everyone's welcome. It's not like we're picking bests. It'll be like what we always do. I'm going to pop the popcorn right now. You do that. A horror sci-fi film festival. That would be so cool. Jim, do you have any Super 8 cameras? I'm kidding. Jim has more than the Super 8 camera store. Did that ever even exist? Yeah, it was called Sears. I have exactly the idea for horror sci-fi. Coworker and I have been talking about it for a while. Yes, all right. Then that's what we're going to do. We're going to get back into that. Thanks, Jeffrey. We're going to get back into that after all the Tri-X medium format is done. So maybe we'll have, you know what we do? We start planning now, and then we'll have an Oktoberfest this year. Jim, I know. My next project is actually a zombie flick, about 15 minutes. Are you going to shoot it on regular 8? That would be wicked. You do have a double 8. Okay, Limelight, use that, because we're going to do 8 or Super 8. Sub to the sprockets. Thank you, this side toward the screen. All right, so here we're back at it. We're going to show you Mark's photos. This is Mark's Tri-X. This is Mark's Tri-X at Mark's Photo. Let me pull it up. Now his is on a, what do you call it? Like a slideshow. You ready, guys? Popcorn? Everybody good? Let's show it. Oh, wait. No, it's... Oh, that was the beginning. I'm sorry. There it is. I'm going to let them go through one more time, just because they kind of go fast. So let's enjoy them. This is photo 3, 4. We'll go one more time of 12. It was really well done, Mark. Very well done. Really well done. So, see, this is a good representation of your surroundings. And you interpret that any way you want, kind of like your word. But your surroundings, this is what we're about. I don't know if you guys will remember, and well done, Mark, but Mark is the one that sent me the 35 millimeter movie film to practice with my scanner. Do you remember that? And we scanned some 35 millimeter movie film for Mark. I think his dog, he had his little dog in one of the shots and whatnot. Photo 7 reminds me of the movie Down by Law. I don't know that movie, Russell. Down by Law. Great pics. Can't tell any difference between modern and new film. I know that this film, first of all, well, second or third of all, thank you again, Gordon Webster. I don't know if Gordon is here, but he may watch later. So I really want to thank Gordon Webster first and foremost, because Gordon donated all this film. All I did was send it out, and you guys are doing the hard part. So thank you again, Gordon. And none of this is possible. He sent me 88 rolls of film. I shipped out 17 rolls of it all over the world. Oh, Jim Jarmusch. I got to see it then. Down by Law. Okay, I'm going to check it out. Oh, yes. Yeah, I scanned Mark's 35 millimeter film. Do you guys remember that? It was fun. I got to practice 35 millimeter. I drove to Columbus and back yesterday, 12 hours. Beautiful country along the way. Wow. I am driving to Indiana in about a month. And that's going to be a little nutty. The fogging issue on this old film, I don't think is so substantial enough that we can't get through it. The two rolls that we shot, my wife and I, very little bit of fog. I mean, it's going to be there, but yeah. Rolleiflex 2.8. The Rolleiflex 2.8. That's what Mark used. Film. We'll be out to Columbus from Maryland later this spring to see my grandkids. Dave Knopp lives out there somewhere in Ohio. I don't know exactly. I've not been to his house. I have met up with Dave Knopp, but he's in Ohio. There's a lot of people, a lot of things going on in Ohio. We may have to do a meetup in Ohio. What was... Oh, the camera. Oh, he used a... yeah, he told you, right? Rolleiflex 2.8. I have the sound and film scanned and edited in various sound effects, as there's no real way to add them without killing the audio on the film itself due to the waveforms they use. Yes, Entity. I think I know what you're talking about. Warning. My Kansas surroundings are boring, flat, nothing. I don't care. It's fine. You can shoot. Go downtown. Go anywhere, Mike. Shoot out your car window, then you don't even have to get out of the car. I've done that before. Drive-by shooting. You know, if you see something cool, you stop, take a picture, move on. I bet you're going to do great. Yeah, Mike, I got no worries about Mike. Mike knows what he's doing. Mike, you had some really good shots on your Super 8 Tri-X. Small local towns can provide very interesting shots, Limelight. There's so many opportunities for really cool shots in some of these little towns. I shot a covered bridge in Indiana on 16mm Ektachrome. It's on the 4K remaster list. I'm right on the border of Ohio. Would love to meet some of you. Yeah, I mean, maybe everybody's... I mean, Ohio is pretty central, if I'm being honest, if we're in the U.S., right? Pretty central. I mean, I know you got, you know, the western states are kind of out there, but, you know... Check out a photography channel called Old Camera Guy. Great small town Ohio shots. Old Camera Guy. Yeah, Dave Knopp does some photos. He has done photos in Ohio. Photography stuff. YouTube. I will check him out. I came from Virginia to pick up something and saw on Facebook Marketplace. Ohio is slang now with Gen Alpha kids. Limelight and quiet pages. I'll find something. You'll find something, Mike. You know what you're doing. Gorilla says, Ohio, about 6 hours from me, but I'd drive that to meet you guys, taking a few roller coasters while I'm there. Kings Island, baby! I used to go to Kings Island. I loved it. Kansas is different to where some of us are. Let's see it. That's right. Super Cindy's right. Wherever you're at is going to look different than where I'm at. I'm sure Mark and Mike Rook will both tell you when they're looking at their photos, they're like, oh yeah, great, more photos of the farms, more photos. But to me, I think it's fascinating. I don't see that here. Steven, I do most of my shooting from the car. I'd love to stop, but I'd never get anywhere. I know. I've done a lot of that. Shoot from the car. Essentially develop in raw film, get it scanned, and then edit and reprint it using a printing service once the audio... Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that makes sense. We're not in Kansas anymore. Ooh, somebody's messaging me. Who is that? Jim. Oh, Jim Cahill. We love I just like him a lot. He's just good people. He asked, do you have any super... You know, I posted that dumb... He goes, that's just what's sitting behind me. He's got his King Kongs and his cameras. Oh, that's beautiful. And on his desk, can you guys see them? Jim. Yes, Jim Cahill definitely has cameras. Jim Cahill and Flying O, those two have more cameras probably than all of us on here combined. Well, I can't say that because I don't know how many cameras you all have, but I know they have a bunch. Jeffrey says, I ran out of shots and I forgot to get the most important thing that made the town slightly famous. Well, maybe you could just tell us and we'll find, or maybe just find a picture of what makes your town famous and we'll throw that in there for fun. It would, Mike. I think it probably would. Now I'm thinking about it, I feel like it's a little bit of a drive for me, but it is for everybody. You know, it's 15, 14 hours for me. But I go to Indiana every year anyway. We drive there. So, it's a neighboring state. We can make it work. I think Film Photography Project did a meetup in Ohio as well. Of course, we want to make sure and try to confirm those that were going to be able to make it. Because, boy, it would not be fun to do all that driving and then no one shows up. Motivated me. You will see it next week. Nope. Nebraska is. You guys are pretty flat. You guys don't know flat. Florida is flat. Sprocket says, one day we should all meet at the plane from that last found film. Yeah, let's go to, you want to go to LA? Whooped when I got back. I couldn't be a truck driver. I know me either. I'm getting too old to drive. IOM is here. You're late, but that's okay. It takes me 7 hours or so to fly there. Oh, out to LA? Sprocket? You want to have a Pathé 16mm cam? I have one coming. I do not. I have a Pathé double Super 8 camera. You see it right there? It needs some work. It does run. It runs well, actually. But the viewfinder is all messed up in it. It's torn up, missing. Kings Island is tremendous. I drove a group of my students there last year. Yeah, it was so much fun. But I mean, I was little when we used to go. The red racer and the blue racer roller coasters. I don't know if those are still there, but I'll never forget Kings Island. Cedar Point for the roller coasters, couple hours from me. We have Busch Gardens for the roller coasters here, and Disney, but Disney's not really a roller coaster place. Kings Island brings back some memories. I know, Travis. Saving up for a K3. They're great cameras, Sprocket. Cedar Point for the win, Mark. Sandusky has a new attraction coming. Really? Like a theme park? Every time I hear Sandusky, I think of Tommy Boy. You guys know that movie? With Chris Farley? It was based in Sandusky, Ohio. It snowed the night before I shot, so everything was covered in clean blankets. I like that, Jeffrey, because I don't get snow here. I want to see some. 8-9 hour drive each way. On state routes, not interstate, for me to see my grandkids. I take those roads, relax a little, and find cool photo opportunities. Remember these photos? iCup keychain thing? Yes, at Kings Island. Yes, the little, yeah, I do. They put a little photo in it, and you look through it up at the light. I love those things. So in other words, for a master horror short print, it would take $200 to $300 in film, $50 to $120. I know. For reprinting the edited final print for projecting. It's not cheap, Entity. Not cheap. Oh, I'm so far behind in these comments. Last time I counted, I have over... Bonnie, did you just say you had over 1,100 cameras? That can't be right. I know. Travis, I'm around you. I have around that many, if you count the broken ones. Super 8, maybe 15 that run well. 10 to 15 that run well. You wouldn't be able to make it, Limelight. No, you're a little ways away. Cameras, my ST1200 projector. Those are nice projectors, Jim. Matthew would be there. 100 cameras. Now, okay, 100. Yep, Matt Marash from FPP is based in... Okay, I wondered about that, why they were doing it in Ohio. Is that where Matt lives? 120 again, it was a learning experience. Lots of firsts here at Filmboy24. Yay! My nose is itchy. Sorry. When you almost feel like you're going to sneeze, but you don't. The town's famous for the most photographed thing on the Blue Ridge Parkway, Mabry Mill. I got to get a shot of it on the Tri-X. If you can, that'd be great. That would be great. Yeah, a shot of what, like, well, obviously not every town is known for something, so you just shoot what you can. But if there is something that's known for, that's really cool, that would be cool. Someone would just show up, even if it's just a couple people. Probably. Yeah, Gorilla, you're right. I mean, people will show up, for sure. You're in. Abel's in for Ohio. Filmboy24 regional offices and meetups. What about you, Jeffrey? Would you show up? Next photo. Maybe we can crash their next meetup. Over 1,100? Yeah, okay. Not 1,100. 100. Isn't flat if you see it in the ocean. Regular homo. Make carports for American working man because that's who I am and that's who I care about. What was his name? Something Ski. Something Ski, right? Rolinski or something, I don't remember. Fat guy in a little coat. And that's who I care about. Alright guys, we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. Let's see, I have maybe 30 Super 8 cameras. That's a lot. 36, only 19 likes? Come on people, hit the like button. Bees! Gotta go. See you guys soon. Thank you, Lyle. I appreciate you as always being here. I can't wait to see what you come up with too, by the way. Maybe a bit expensive to meet up for me. Yeah, that might be a little bit. You're on the other side of the world. I might have 40 film, digital, and camcorders. I have quite a few camcorders too, Jeffrey. Yeah. Teal Manny's world. Yeah, I know Manny is probably not too far from you, Jim. You ever see? I have this VHS camera right here, Travis. Check this bad boy out. Boom! The super VHS. Boom, baby. Next time you come over, we'll play around with it. But I don't think the battery works. I think we just have to plug it in, keep it plugged in. For you, I'm going to get a picture of that pesky purple guy. Oh, I have a mint 8mm digital video camera that I could use for retro stuff. They really do, Mike. I know. But it is so much fun. I really like just catching up with you guys, showing off some work. It is really a lot of fun. Tom Mix Highway. Should meet up on Tom Mix Highway. That would be awesome if you guys met up. You have to shoot a little project. I'm thinking about meeting up with Dave Knopp in about a month and maybe doing something with him. Moving here. Thank you for playing my movie. Absolutely. Sprocket, thank you for doing it, first and foremost. Again, get inspired, people. Check out Sprocket's work at King of the Perforations on YouTube. That film, I'm just amazed what you did all with nothing, basically. So, keep it up, for sure. What's the difference between Super VHS and just... the lines of resolution is a little bit higher on Super VHS. Uses, I believe you can use the same tapes, although there were some marketed for Super VHS, like this. See where it says Super VHS? It was just a more like high 8 of its time. Oh, enjoyed seeing everyone's work. I did too. Okay, so thank you to Mark at Mark's Photo, Mike Rook, and Sprocket. The three of you, thank you so much, and Gordon Webster for the work we got to enjoy today. I unfortunately do have to call it a day. I have some things I got to take care of. Is the resolution the same, or does it just record faster and you get more information over a wider, longer period of time? Is that what it is, Mike? Good place to try out some of those 8mm projects, guys. I could see Mike posting the films on his show. Yes, I would. Filmboy24 Con 2025. I thought about Rochester. Yeah. Them some fighting words. Guys, I can't wait to see all of you. Bye, Piper. I can't wait to see all of you next Sunday. I don't think... That's fine. She's wearing her headphones in there. Travis, I'll be getting with you soon because you and I have a meetup coming next Monday. But I want to get with you on times, so I'll give you a text here in a little bit. Thank you, Manny. So thank you guys, everybody. Thank you so much every single week. You guys stick with me, and I appreciate it. Extra special thank you to all my beautiful members. Thank you for supporting me. I really appreciate it. It has become tough at times to keep this going, but with you guys, I'm able to. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And barring any crazy catastrophe, I'll see everybody again next Sunday. Same place, same time. Love you all. Haja. See you on the next go around, guys. Peace.